I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
They agree with
She
you.
doesn't want to be the First Lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him, and she doesn't.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly, that's why I say allegedly.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth, individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking. These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what the View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now, this is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That was all. That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
I like to be unique. I like to be different. I think unique is very rare to find nowadays.
Wow, I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, you know, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was. My family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
First, I was deeply disappointed.
The slave thing is a bummer.
It's a bummer. I
can't control it.
I still some reparations, by the way, so y'all can stop texting me and emailing me and saying that I'm a white girl and that I don't deserve reparations.
And your son rushes into the room, and he had been told, your son is in college, I understand, but he's still your child. This is his father. How difficult was that to have that conversation?
Very difficult. Very difficult. He was outside playing sport, and he rushed in, and was very, very difficult.
And then a few weeks later, there's another attempt on your husband's life at your golf course. Where were you, and what was your reaction to this attempt?
I was in New York City, actually, and I saw it on the television, and as soon as I saw it on television, I called again, and he was okay because Secret Service were great. The guys that they were with him, they were fantastic, and I think both of the events, they were really miracles. If you really think about it, the July 13th was a miracle, like that much, and he could not be with us.
Melania Trump has just dropped a legal bombshell. In a bold move, the former First Lady has filed a new defamation lawsuit against The View, ABC Network, and its controversial hosts, Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar. This isn't just another legal skirmish. It's an escalation in her ongoing battle to hold the media accountable. For the lawsuit alleges that the hosts crossed every line of decency with their inflammatory remarks, including accusations that Melania hates Donald Trump and is complicit in political scandals. But Melania isn't stopping at the co-hosts. She's also targeting ABC Network for allowing these statements to air unchecked, accusing them of fostering a culture of reckless commentary for ratings. Insiders say this new lawsuit takes things to an unprecedented level, with Melania's legal team reportedly armed with damning evidence of a coordinated smear campaign. Sunny Hostin didn't just criticize Melania, she crossed a line that no one saw coming. During an episode of The View, Sunny Hostin launched into an unfiltered tirade against Melania Trump. She accused the former First Lady of being complicit in political scandals and even questioned her integrity and personal choices. But what really set this broadcast apart was the tone. It wasn't just political critique. It was deeply personal and, some would argue, cruel. Hostin's comments weren't backed by evidence, but were delivered with a certainty that made them seem factual. The audience's reaction was mixed. Some applauded, while others sat in uncomfortable silence. For many viewers, it was clear that Hostin had crossed a line, turning what should have been a discussion into a personal attack. And for Melania, it was the final straw. But Melania's response wasn't just about words. It was about taking decisive legal action. Melania Trump isn't just suing, she's going where few public figures have dared to go. Melania's legal team didn't waste any time filing a defamation lawsuit against Sunny Hostin and ABC Studios, but they didn't stop there. Reports quickly surfaced that they were also exploring criminal defamation statutes, a rarely used legal tool that could hold Hostin and others criminally liable for their remarks. In most cases, defamation is treated as a civil matter, but some jurisdictions allow for criminal charges if it can be proven that the statements were made with malicious intent to harm someone's reputation. Legal analysts are calling this move bold and unprecedented, especially given the high-profile nature of the case. If successful, this strategy could set a new standard for how public figures defend themselves against reckless media attacks. And as Melania's legal team builds their case, shocking new evidence is coming to light. This wasn't just an offhand comment. It was part of something much bigger. Sources close to the case reveal that Melania's legal team has uncovered evidence suggesting that Sunny Hostin's remarks were part of a premeditated smear campaign orchestrated by The View's producers and possibly even higher-ups at ABC Studios. Leaked emails reportedly show producers encouraging Hostin to be edgy and provocative during segments involving Melania and her family, fully aware that her comments could cross legal lines. Behind-the-scenes footage allegedly captures discussions about how to frame certain narratives to maximize ratings, even if it meant pushing false or defamatory claims. If this evidence holds up in court, it could implicate not just Hostin, but other co-hosts and producers as well, turning this case into one of the most significant legal battles in television history. But while Melania focuses on her legal strategy, Sunny Hostin is facing mounting pressure. For Sunny Hostin, this lawsuit isn't just a professional challenge, it's an existential threat. Initially dismissing the lawsuit as another Trump stunt, Sunny Hostin now finds herself in an increasingly precarious position. As evidence mounts against her, insiders report that she has sought legal counsel to navigate the escalating situation. Options on the table include issuing a public apology or even making an on-air retraction, moves that could help mitigate her liability, but would also mark a humiliating concession for someone who has built her career on being outspoken and unapologetic. Meanwhile, public opinion is turning against her, with many viewers criticizing her comments as reckless and unprofessional. I see. For Hostin, this isn't just about protecting her reputation, it's about saving her career in an industry where credibility is everything. And she's not the only one feeling the heat. Other co-hosts may be dragged into this as well. The fallout from this lawsuit could extend far beyond Sunny Hostin. Legal experts say that depending on the evidence presented by Melania's team, other co-hosts of The View could also face consequences for their participation or their failure to intervene during defamatory segments. In defamation cases, even passive involvement can sometimes be interpreted as complicity if it can be proven that individuals knowingly allowed false statements to be made without objection, which it's not crazy. This means that Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and others could find themselves implicated in the lawsuit if they are shown to have contributed to or condoned the remarks in question. For ABC Studios, this raises serious questions about oversight and accountability within one of their flagship programs, and whether they've done enough to prevent incidents like this from happening in the first place. But while legal battles rage on, Melania has also opened up about deeply personal challenges. Melania Trump has faced challenges most people can't even imagine, and she's speaking out. In recent interviews, Melania has shared emotional details about 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump's life, one at his golf course and another during his presidency, that shook their family to its core. She described how their son rushed into the room after hearing about one attempt, visibly shaken by the news. It was very difficult, she admitted, adding that both events felt like miracles, given how close they came to tragedy. These revelations add another layer of gravity to her legal battle with The View. For Melania, this isn't just about protecting her reputation, it's about pushing back against rhetoric that she believes fuels hostility and endangers lives. This case isn't just about personal attacks, it's about the dangerous consequences of unchecked rhetoric. In a shocking revelation, Melania Trump recently addressed reports of an Iranian plot to assassinate Donald Trump. She questioned why authorities didn't act sooner on intelligence that could have prevented these threats, particularly during an attempt at Trump's golf course. Melania criticized the media for their silence on these events, arguing that their focus on sensationalized narratives has overshadowed real dangers. This revelation ties directly into her legal battle with The View. Melania believes that reckless commentary in the media not only damages reputations, but also creates a climate of hostility that emboldens dangerous individuals. By pursuing this lawsuit, she's sending a message that words have consequences, whether they're spoken by daytime talk show hosts or echoed across social media platforms. And now, with evidence mounting and public opinion shifting, The View itself may not survive this storm. Mounting backlash and legal troubles, is this the end of The View as we know it? For decades, The View has been a staple of daytime television, known for its lively debates and controversial opinions. But now, the show faces an existential crisis unlike anything it has encountered before. If Melania's lawsuit expands to include producers or network executives, it could threaten the very existence of The View. Advertisers are reportedly pulling out, unwilling to associate their brands with a show embroiled in such high-profile legal battles. Insiders reveal that ABC executives are seriously considering canceling or rebranding the program to salvage their reputation. Even if The View survives this controversy, it will likely never be the same again. The days of unchecked commentary and reckless accusations may be coming to an end as networks realize that public figures like Melania Trump won't stay silent anymore. But this case isn't just about one show. It's about setting a precedent for media accountability. This lawsuit could change everything about how public figures interact with the media. Melania Trump's legal battle against The View isn't just a personal fight. It's a potential game changer for media accountability. For years, talk shows like The View have operated under the assumption that they can say whatever they want without facing consequences. But this lawsuit challenges that notion, forcing us to ask important questions. Where do we draw the line between criticism and defamation? Should media platforms be held accountable for reckless statements that damage someone's reputation? Legal analysts are already speculating that if Melania wins this case, it could set a precedent that changes how public figures are treated by the media. It could also force networks to implement stricter guidelines for their hosts, ensuring that opinions are backed by facts rather than personal biases or agendas. This isn't just about one lawsuit. It's about redefining the relationship between media and public figures in an era where misinformation spreads faster than ever before. Melania Trump's escalating legal battle against The View isn't just about clearing her name. It's about holding powerful media platforms accountable for their words. This case has exposed the dangers of reckless rhetoric and set a powerful example for public figures who refuse to be silenced by baseless attacks. As The View faces mounting backlash and an uncertain future, one thing is clear. This lawsuit has changed the game forever. Will other media platforms learn from this moment, or will they continue down the same path until they face their own reckoning? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, Melania Trump has proven that she's not just resilient, she's unstoppable.